Hey guys, it's Emma here, and I've got my recent reads slash favourite read for October for you guys. So as always, let's just quickly get into it. I've got my Goodreads app open. So starting at the start, the first thing I read was a comic book, and it was James Bond Casino Royale. So it's basically the original book but made into a comic. So I read that. Then I read something that was from my sci-fi box of stories, I think. It was Artifact. Then a couple of ones on my Kindle. So I read, from my Kindle Unlimited, I read Justice for the Cardinal, Thomas Cromwell is Out for Revenge. So it's basically that Tudor saga that I started the previous month. That's book 3, I think, of that one. And then in between that I read another comic, It's Death or Glory. And then back to the Tudor saga. So the next book in that on my Kindle Unlimited subscription is An Uneasy Crown, Power and Politics at the Tudor Court. So that is book 4. And then I read book 5, which is Queen in Waiting, Mary Tudor Takes the Throne. And then back to a book from my sci-fi box again, I think, a box of stories. And that's David Mogo Godhunter. Then from my fiction box of stories, I think it was, You Can Trust Me. And again from the fiction one, I think, Poster Boy. And then I read Stephen King's If It Bleeds, which is the anthology book. I found this in like a secondhand bookshop for like a $5. So yeah, that was the next thing. Then one of the books from my sci-fi and fantasy, like Abominable Book Club box, I got one of them, the sci-fi fantasy one. So this was from that, and it's called The Swimmers. Then I read a collection which was basically from the Fear Street books that I've never tried before, from R.L. Stine, like the guy that did Goosebumps. So it's the first 4 books, I think. So it's Fear Street, the beginning, and it's The New Girl, The Surprise Party, The Overnight, and Missing. And I just picked that up from Waterson's, I think, with my gift card that I had to finish things off with. So that is everything that I read in October, because I finished that one literally on Halloween night before starting something else for November. So that is everything I read. So my favourite out of all that was You Can Trust Me by Emma Rowley. So this month I didn't have anything that really jumped out at me as being amazing, but I did really enjoy this one, so this is definitely one I'm recommending. And as I say, I got this out of my fiction box of stories, I think. So yeah, it's really good, and it's kind of similar to one I had read last month or the month before called Rewind, which I think was also from a fiction box of stories, which was basically about an influencer that goes missing, and you're kind of trying to find out what happened, but it's called Rewind, so it's kind of jumping back and forward in time. So this is kind of similar, actually. It's also about basically like an influencer, but it's the kind of the main premise is that this girl who's like famous on Instagram, I think it is. I think she's called Olivia, and she's going to do a book. So it's about this ghostwriter who's called Nikki that's going to travel down to meet her and do a bunch of interviews to kind of like get the background, and then she ends up writing the biography, and this is like her job. She does this. So she goes down there, and basically there's like something going on, but she can't figure out what it is. There's secrets, there's things about Olivia's past that we don't know, and Nikki doesn't know, but she wants to find out. We find out that there's quite a lot that no one is aware of, so I won't go into any more than that because I don't want to spoil it. But again, as I say, it does jump back and forward in time a bit, which again works really well, and it like builds the tension, and yeah, it's a decent payoff at the end of what ends up being the ending. I was satisfied with the ending, but as I say, this is my recommendation, and it is You Can Trust Me by Emma Rowley. And I think there's at least another book on the back here that she's done, so I might go and check that out. It's called Where the Missing Go, because as I say, I did really enjoy this book, but there was nothing that like blew me away this month. So fingers crossed in November I will read another thing that completely blows me away, but I did enjoy this, so that is my recommendation for October. So that is it for this one, guys. Any comments, leave them down below, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and I will catch you next time, guys. Bye!